All right, guys, got the big cabinet built. You know, these go together exactly the same as the little ones. Same top, bottom. They got everything lined up. I do the same thing where I jam it up against the wall so I can get it set up square, so I don't have to worry about squaring it up afterwards. It usually sets it up 90%, 95%. So these things weigh a ton. But all right, so I haven't secured the bottom yet. The first thing I need to do is cut out the outlet hole. Which isn't easy. I don't have a cut-off tool. I tried using the Dremel. The Dremel didn't work so well. So what I'm gonna do is drill this out. And then I'll just use my metal snips. That's what I did for the other one. It's not super clean, but gets the job done. So this thing is I get roughly 12 to 17. 17. Let me go get a marker. Oh, marker's right here. And then we're gonna go 74, 73, 79 and a half. 73, 79 and a half. No, 78 and a half. Sorry. 78. Oh yeah, no, I need to go 79 and a half. Well, looks like we're going to 79. The amount of this one is a little bit too high. There, and then over. So first thing I'll do is drill a couple of pilot holes with like an 1/8 inch bit. One spot that I don't want to get metal in my eyeballs. So I put an outlet in this for this time because in the last garage I thought it would be nice to have a place to put my chargers. You know, if you had a cut-off tool, this would take 2 seconds to do, but And the Sawzall doesn't work so well on this. Yep. Let's just see how much cutting. Pair of crappy shears. All right, now it gets really gnarly. Here's your mangled hole. Nice and square, right? Really wish that I just should have just gone and bought the right stinking tool, but anyway, this works. Up at the top of the cabinet, it really doesn't matter. All right, now this is a little ghetto, but it does the trick. I just make a quick little, this becomes sort of a nailer and an equal spacer. I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about. Because I have the baseboard down below, and see, you know, there's a cabinet that's going right here. So, but I have the baseboard down below, so I want it to sit flush. So what I'm doing is putting a bore here, and I put a nailer in here, or like a stringer. Just make sure the bore doesn't come up too far. Just level it out. Move it over a little bit. And that way I have one, something to screw to, and two, I've got equal distance now. This thing is awesome. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Oh, I put it on the wrong frickin' side.
this.
You know how long that freaking hole took to make? I cut a hole in the wrong freaking side.
Who does that?
It's not my fault.
Who does that? Hey, we're gonna go see the movie. I put Kate down, okay?
Okay. A little straighter. This hole's going to be a lot better. You learn from try number one.
Salvage that, might be able to put it, patch it on the other one.
The other one's a little mangled. Here goes nothing. You know how many real men are watching this right now yelling at the screen? Saying, what is this idiot doing? Well, that one certainly looks a lot better than that one. All right, let's see if I need to make it any bigger. I'm gonna duct tape it. Freaking idiot. Oh my gosh. It could be like a little nail slot. Sometimes it's tough being me, you know? You can't laugh at yourself and dang, that one looks good. Although it's not looking like it's gonna fit.
Here, I'm gonna go over about.
I hate you! Measure twice, cut once. How the heck did I do that again?
Do the interior measurement from the center post.
It's 12 to 17, idiot, not 7 to 12. Shoot! Give me my freaking goggles. Now we're just mangling. Dang, hurts. If you look on the bright side, moduline cabinets don't have backs. So, at least this looks... What the? When am I going to start measuring? Hey, there we go. Got it. Freaking idiot. All right. Talk about cutting it close. You'd think I didn't measure anything in this place. You know, this cabinet doesn't need as much support because it's sitting on the ground, unlike these other ones. Stud. Yeah. And then another one 16 inches from there. And we're in. Sucker's not going anywhere. There's that stud. So after my complete debacle of cutting the hole for this stupid outlet, believe it or not, the other side I'd done the day before, and it came out clean. Piece of cake. I actually took my time and measured. I just think that it was too far into the day, and I just wasn't thinking. So when it's time to cut precision holes, do that in the morning, not 10 hours in when it's 95 degrees. So here I'm just after you put the cabinets sort of up and in, now you have to fix the floor to the main sort of wide storage cabinet. It's just held in by screws. This also holds the back sort of stable as well. So this is just sort of the last step to get the frame of the cabinet all set up. The G7X is great for stuff like this, but it's not nearly as stable as having it on a tripod. But it does a much better job at autofocus and adapting to the light. I mean, in this room right here, it's really, really dark. I don't have lights yet, so all of these videos have been dark just because I don't have light. It's actually much, much darker than what you're seeing in the video. The cameras are compensating as much as possible. So this cabinet is done, minus the doors. And the holes that are in the side or up in the back will just cover with something. Obviously, the audio equipment isn't going to stay here, but you can see it's pretty flush, pretty dialed in. The next step is to put the cabinet on, or I'm sorry, the countertop on the cabinets. So I'm going to work on that next, but. Again, I really, really like how these cabinets go. I mean, I'm no cabinet expert, but installation isn't too difficult. See, look, here's proof that I can cut a hole in the right spot. So again, I did that one first. So for whatever reason, I guess for expansion or to make sure that there's enough room to, I don't know, like a fudge factor, when Dean sort of makes the cabinets, he gives, or the countertops, he makes there's like a 1/4 inch gap. So you just put some weather stripping in there. That gap between the two cabinets is fine. You can't really see it in person. I could sort of nail them together, but then it doesn't look as clean. And that's just part of the fudge factor, I guess. So here's the weather stripping. We slide the countertops in, and then I'm going to fix them to there's pre-drilled holes in the base cabinets, and those pre-drilled holes, you just send some 1-inch lags up with a washer just to hold the thing steady and isn't going anywhere. So each base cabinet has 4 lag holes, and I'll sort of show you that in a second here. The countertops are a little bit different than they were in my previous garage. They're a little squarer. I think maybe a little bit taller. I really like them. I think it looks really clean. And then I have a shelf that I'm going to put above the TV for the center channel that sort of matches this. And then most likely I'll have shelving, stainless steel shelving on the walls for my fancy detailing equipment. Again, this camera does really well. I mean, it's really dark in here, and it looks like it's bright as day. So anyway, we'll keep plugging away. I'll keep you guys up to date. So putting the last countertop on. I'm pretty sure in the previous garage it took a lot more trial and error to get the countertop set up, but this one's super smooth. Because the wall's a little bit bowed, so we're just sort of hammering on the thing, sort of pushing it up against the wall to get everything as flush as possible, and then you just sink the lags right in. And these are 5/16 1-inch lags with a 1 3/4 inch washer just to hold everything in place. The other garage, because I had the vise, which I won't have in this one, I put a bunch more lags around the vise just to make sure that the countertop didn't shift or move if I ever had anything heavy on it. Which of course, I think I used that vise like 3 times in the year and a half or almost 2 years that I had it. I guess it was only a little over a year since I finished the garage. But after this, we'll put the drawers back in. I'll show you that in a second. I'm kind of waiting for lights to give you guys a good look at sort of everything and how it's coming together. So I haven't taken any sort of panning shots yet. I'm going to show you one here in a second. Putting the drawers back in is a lot easier than taking them out. So I just put those back in just to sort of see what everything looks like. We vacuumed out the cabinets and wiped everything down, inside. I also needed to put the base in the cabinet. So there's a floor that goes on the side of each cabinet, and so you can kind of see how it's coming together. And of course, I'll have 2 more upper cabinets that I need to install. Gosh, the holes in that one are going to drive me insane. But like I said, I put the shelf up really high, and then I'll just put some stuff in front of it so I can't see it. The problem is I know it's there. I've considered calling Saber and getting new ones sent. So here is the sort of the how you would install the hinges. They're pretty easy. There are pre-drilled holes, so you really don't have to worry about getting it square specifically or exactly. But you do have some height adjustment. So when I set these up, I just out of experience in doing a bunch of them before, I set the screw or push it sort of all the way up. And so you find the little pre-drilled hole, and you just sort of torque it down. And so again, it's square because the holes are square, so you don't have to, some cabinets, especially if you don't have pre-drilled holes, like custom cabinetry, it takes a lot more skill to get the doors lined up. But you figure it probably takes, I don't know, 20 minutes per door, 15 minutes per door to get sort of set up and lined up and installed, so that it's square and fits and looks good. Because you do have to adjust for any sort of issues with squareness of the cabinet. So you jam the doors in here and do the same thing. The door, again, it squares up, but then you have some adjustment that you need to do as part of a sort of a traditional hinge, just like you normally would. So this, this part is, I didn't film a lot of this. A lot of it was because I was too tired of shooting and too tired of making videos. But you get the idea. So I have to put the doors on all the stuff. So I'll speed this up here. I'll show you the complete door install. Basically, we do just kind of pop it in place, and then it's sort of, before you could make adjustments to the hinges to get it to fit a little easier. I just chose to just ram it in there, and then you grab the little supplied screws and sort of find the hole, torque the hinges down on the door, and then this here will show you real quickly once we get the second hinge mounted, show you sort of some of the adjustments. So you have sort of a left to right, sort of in and out adjustment, or left to right adjustment to get the door to line up on the left side there. And then you have another adjustment that allows you to sort of pull it in and out to make sure that it doesn't click or hit or rub or touch anything. So you can see I'm going to make those adjustments here. So this is the sort of the in and out adjustment to get the right gap. Tighten it down a little bit more. And then that back screw is the one that allows it to come sort of in and out. So see, my gap is too big now, so now I'm going to make an adjustment and move it back in to get that gap on the left-hand side look proper. Next is the other door. So looks like I know what I'm doing. Everything's sort of lined up. I did the same thing to that door. Oh, there's little rubber stickies that make the sort of door when it closes. It fits nicely. It doesn't sort of clang closed. And then the last step is to put the door handles on. So these you have to be careful with because the door handles are aluminum, and so you don't want to torque it down too much. You'll strip it, but you have to sort of. This doesn't line up exactly, so there's some adjustment here. So you have to kind of hold your finger on the top to get it in the right spot. But I really like the only disadvantage, the only problem with these this type of handle is they are kind of sharp on the edges. So it'll grab my short sometimes, but I kind of like how it looks, that sort of sharp, clean, sort of finished edge. Does look good, and the aluminum sort of looks great with the cabinets. And by the way, they look all smudged and scratched up. They're not. I just needed to wipe them down afterwards. So here's the final look of what the base cabinets look like with the hinges, or the handles.
Come see Daddy. Come over here. Can you wave to everybody? Wave to the camera. Say hi, everybody. Baby, don't get big tail.